Welcome to The Explainer. We're going to dive into the world of knives and figure out how a simple tool, whether it's in your kitchen, your pocket, or your backpack, can have a personality all its own.
Yeah, the source material really puts it perfectly. A knife isn't just some inanimate object. It has a character, a personality that's been shaped by its design, its materials, and what it was made to do.
So, what is it that actually gives a knife that personality? We're going to explore how its construction, its purpose, and even just the way it feels in your hand all come together to define its unique role in the world.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll kick things off with the most basic divide, then we'll move from the kitchen out into the wild, and finish up by looking at the knife you might just have with you every single day.
All right, let's jump right in with the most fundamental choice in the entire knife world: fixed blade or folding knife.
And this slide, this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's the classic trade-off. Do you want raw, unbreakable strength for the toughest jobs, or do you want something convenient and portable for everyday tasks? This one decision really shapes everything else.
Okay, now let's head to a place we all know pretty well, the kitchen, and see how this whole design philosophy plays out in the tools we use to make our food every day.
This slide shows a really key principle of the culinary world. You don't need a drawer stuffed with gadgets. With just these three, the do-it-all chef's knife, the tiny, precise paring knife, and the specialized bread knife, you can honestly handle most of what you'll ever need to do.
Now here we have two completely different approaches to the same job. The Western chef's knife is like a powerhouse. It uses its weight and that curved blade for a really smooth, rocking chop. But the Japanese sentoku? Oh, that's all about finesse. It's lighter, with a flatter edge made for super precise, straight-down cuts. It's a classic battle, brute force versus surgical precision.
So a santoku isn't just about its shape. It's a whole philosophy baked right into its name. It's designed from the ground up to be a master of all trades, to be amazing at the three main things you're going to do on a cutting board.
All right, let's step out of the nice, controlled environment of the kitchen and head out into the great outdoors. This is where a knife's personality shifts from being a tool of convenience to one of pure, rugged, life-saving reliability.
A true survival knife isn't about having a bunch of gimmicks. It's all about being simple and tough as nails. You see that full tang construction? That means the steel of the blade runs all the way through the handle in one solid piece, which makes it strong enough to literally hammer through a log. It has to be a jack of all trades and easy to grab when you're in a jam. It's the one tool you can bet your life on.
And even when you're out in the wild, specialization is still king. A hunting knife is built for one main job, processing game, often with a curved blade perfect for skinning. A bushcraft knife, on the other hand, is basically a woodworking tool. It often has something called a Scandi grind. That's a wide, single bevel edge that bites into wood beautifully, making it perfect for carving or making tinder for your fire. One is for the harvest, the other is for building your home in the wilderness.
All right, let's talk about the knives most of us are probably familiar with, the ones we carry in our pockets. Here, the personality is all about portability, quick access, and being ready for those little unexpected curveballs life throws at you.
So, EDC, everyday carry. The whole idea here is just practical self-reliance. It's not a weapon, it's not some heavy-duty survival tool. Just think of it like a quiet, helpful little sidekick, always ready for those small, unexpected jobs like slicing open a package or cutting a stray thread off your shirt. This is the classic, no-frills way to do it. It's all about being dead simple and reliable. There are no springs to break, so it's a design you can always count on, and because it's a deliberate action to open it, it's legal almost anywhere you go.
Assisted openers, well, they add a little bit of flair to the mix. They have this really confident, snappy action. You give the blade a little push, and a spring takes over and finishes the job. It's got a quick, satisfying deployment, and that little manual push you have to give it often keeps it legal in places where fully automatic knives aren't.
And then you have automatic knives, or switchblades. These are built for one thing: speed. It's all about immediate readiness. That instant deployment makes them a go-to for professionals and tactical users who need one-handed, split-second access. But, and this is a big but, they come with some serious legal restrictions, so you absolutely have to check your local laws on these.
This comparison is just a fantastic example of two very different tools for two very different jobs. The tactical knife is built for hard use and self-defense, with features like a super strong reinforced tip. But a rescue knife? Its whole purpose is to save lives, with things like a blunt tip so you don't accidentally injure someone, serrations for cutting seatbelts, and a glass breaker for getting out of a car in an emergency.
So we've seen all these different personalities, right? From the kitchen to the campsite. So how in the world do you pick the right one? Well, it all really boils down to 3 key things.
You gotta think of these 3 as a team. A great knife isn't just about having the sharpest steel. For example, a fisherman might want a softer, super rust-resistant steel that's easy to sharpen on a boat, a long, flexible fillet shape for cleaning fish, and a really grippy rubber handle for when his hands are wet. A backpacker, though, they might want a super hard steel that holds an edge forever, a tough drop point shape for all-around camp tasks, and a durable micarta handle. It's the steel, the shape, and the handle all working together for one specific purpose. That's the secret sauce.
At the end of the day, the perfect knife is a really personal choice. It's about looking at your life and understanding your needs, whether you're dicing an onion, opening a box, or building a campfire. So just take a look at the tasks you face every day and ask yourself, which one of these personalities is the right fit for you?